Now, what is Ralph, the next bit? But this is right. I mean, I can have really good little thoughts, and then an aggro happens. But it's about letting go and not really letting the aggro suck your soul away. As in, right. So, I got a 4 gigabyte, 3 gigabyte video, which is the first of this sequence, which needs to come off that and be put in my computer. However, the hard disk is full up. Now, what really is Ralph? It's about even I let go and trusted in. But this is going to be a silly example, but there are much better examples. And I only started this for one person a year and a half ago and expected 0 subscribers. I've no idea why there are 400, nearly 500 subscribers. Right, so I have a load of these. These are, because I'm a pauper, buy them for a tenner off these hard drives taken out of old PCs or whatever. Now, Ralph is this. Stopping being yourself. Well, you've got to have a kind of sane backbone. I'm the sort of person who would be so methodical in the past. Never do anything like what I'm going to do now. Well, look, bugger's still plugged in, but my dexterity is perfect. So this, I'm going to, see, I actually leave, no, I can do this with 2 hands in 10 seconds, but, right, this computer's got to charge up. The battery's so old. Right, so Ralph now learned what you can get away with. So I just shove that in, open the back, shove it in, make sure my fingers don't go near any electronics, because I have to, because unless this is the only way I can get through the day. Right, now, sometimes when you put a hard drive in, like that, you can call it hot swapping or whatever, it picks it up. It hasn't picked it up, so I'm going to have to restart the bugger. Anyway, what Ralph is I can't see it, I haven't got my reading glasses on. Right, is not being yourself. For years, I would be so careful with electronics. And I'd feel smug. I'd feel strong inside. Like, nothing can go wrong because I've trained myself to be so careful. I had to make my living with these for 3 or 4 years. I fed my daughter. Running a rare book ordering service, or seeking service. But Ralph, if there's a bigger goal, no, that's the wrong way of putting it. No, you've got to let go. You've got to not be a perfectionist. Come on, is this bugger rebooting? Yeah. It's so old and it's virtually given up. But, yeah, oh, here we go. Right. Yeah, it's about being yourself is what we're all taught to be, and retaining your it's almost impossible to retaining what? Oh, that's got to be plugged in because the keyboard doesn't work. Right, so every single time I do something digitally, it's often... Now, had I not had the camera going, I would have thought first. That's got to be plugged in. Because I know full well, because I do legal cases where this desktop filled up again. Right, so I can do it now. Yes, see, it's picked up that. So, that's got a password, BitLocker. BitLocker, I have to say, it's probably completely crackable by the feds. I only have BitLocker in because I take it with me as backup. Right, okay, so it's learning to new folder. What should we call it? We'll call it on Ute only copy 17 Oct 2024. Right, okay, so I've got to get that film out of the camera. So Ralph is now that's got to be, I had to take that out to take the back off. I had to take that out. So Ralph is, I know the key to your mental health. Your mental health is very much about trying to hold on to yourself too hard. Mind you, yeah, I did that. No, I've got other keys to mental health, but yeah, I did that for decades, and it was good. It was all good to hold on to, but to get through the really terrible times, is that the one? Yep, that one there. To get through, so we're going to do copy because it's still uploading, and we're going to go into that. Oh, what did I call it? I've forgotten what I call it on YouTube. All right, so that'll now take 5 minutes, and also the phone's charging a bit. I literally have to, I'm constantly thinking, because that had gone down to 40%. Right, so Ralph is, you have to let go, you have to figure which bits of your routine you're going to have to let go of to carry on. If you're pretty sure, if you're lucky like me and know that your purpose is worthy, which bit of your, we can call them these things that are identity. It's my identity. Yeah, there we go, that's good. My identity was crystal clear. Be bloody together, always. I used to, in the days of Windows 95, 98, I used to be like, I would defrag every couple of days. In fact, I'd do it twice. Always keep your act together. But then you have to let go of some of it. Not because it was harming you, because if you've got a greater purpose and you can't keep up with being a goody-goody and even screwing, I never screw the back of my laptop on now because I have to do that. Why do I have to do that? Because these wires, which are the connectors for the external hard drive 2.5, yeah, they're so shitty that it's worn out. So there was a solution. Use the empty port. Right, how are we doing here? We are, how many has that got to go? 86%. Right, okay. In 3 minutes I can take it out, take that film out, and then I've got a bit of space, and then I've got to stop. But if I stop for a week, I just want to put up my really great videos. Why? Not to share on social media, because they got bits of good philosophy and good endurance and kind of, well, whatever. And then I've got loads of audios that also accompany them. So I'm terribly sorry, everything up to this point is incomplete. But I want to complete it. Not for whoever is silly enough to regularly watch my videos, but for myself. If I drop dead now, there are useful little themes that have been developing, that I have developed, and I've had one or two accompaniments this summer out of the blue, rather wonderful. So I want to put them there, and then I've got some stuff which you'd call proper old-fashioned journalism, journalizing where we are. Oh, I've been doing lots of, I call them interviews, but they're more off the cuff than that, but they're good. They're damn good. Some of them are great. I want to get them all up for your entertainment. I don't expect... Oh, yeah, exactly. What is Ralph? Ralph, this cost me. I spend money, really, on keeping my batteries going. Well, I do spend money. Yeah. I'm like always planning, well, okay, I'll go and do that shopping there, 20 kilometres away. It'll save me some money going to that oldie little but at least I can charge my battery up, so that gives me 2 or 3 more hours operational. Ralph doesn't think for a second. What are these fuckers doing? Watching my videos without paying? Because it costs me. It actually cost me, but I've never even thought about that until now. Seriously, I can't lie. I invented the law on making pledges regarding children. I can't lie. I've never thought about that. I've never thought it cost me, but I'm just happy to, because I want some kind of a record of stuff for the next generation, full stop, because I benefited. I don't care if nobody else benefited. Well, that's one of the double-edged swords. Do you benefit? What's that noise? I know I've benefited by being aware of Pilgerite and other, mainly the French New Wave art house films, exploring, and the Three Colours and films like that. I've benefited myself. Doesn't make you friends. Does not make you friends at all. You think it does, but it might, but it doesn't. I think I got one friend, the Magnificent. Oh, she lost her baby. But she's so wonderful. Anyway, we'll come to that. That's another story that needs to be told. I mean, you can call her a collaborator. Yeah, she told me. And she wrote to me about it, and it was magnificent. And she knows I might share anything, but that means that she is somebody worth sharing. There are some people I would never say a word about. And that applies to anybody under 30, under 40 actually. Yeah, and nobody under 40. I've no interest in anybody under 40, but if the material is for you to consume, because I consumed the travel writing of Paul Theroux is just magnificent. Some of the best useful writing that I encountered just bolstered my soul. His not stupid saccharine version of travel, but a bit more contemplative. So yeah, just sharing stuff for the under 40s. But I've got no interest in the under 40s. It's their world. But I benefited from, well, that's the question. Did I benefit? Because you don't make any friends being a Pilgerite aware of more likely truths. Doesn't make you any friends in Britain, because there's no solidarity amongst that group. There used to be 40 years ago, 30 years ago, but there isn't. So there you go. The atomized version won. I accept that entirely. What am I waffling about now? Yeah, just putting realities down on the record for future generations. Full stop. I believe that that is purpose. I believe if there is a divine string puller, that once you get to about 50, that then becomes your role. That's what I actually believe. And sometimes the fairies give me a little tap, or usually a stab. Sometimes it's funny. It's like, yeah, just keep up that, you know. We're not going to help you, but just keep at it. It's okay. Or maybe it's all a hologram. Who cares?